Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we were just going to be doing actually a full get ready with me. I know I have not done that in the past, or like not in a while, but I thought it'd be fun just to try. I'm going to be trying this new foundation that I got. Sorry, no, it's not going to be focused. But it is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I hope this is the one. One of you had actually recommended this to me. Said it was pretty full coverage. The shade selection, if I'm honest, is not great. I did get the second lightest shade. I hope that it works. It does say nude. It said that it was like a rosy shade, so rosy light is the shade, which, I mean, holding up to my skin, it does look a little dark. But we are going to try our best to make it work. For face primer, let's see. What do I have? You know what? Let's use this one. I haven't used this one in a while. This is the Wet n Wild one. I do love this one a lot. Do a little hand sanitizer real quick though, to make sure we're extra clean. But I've been going back and forth with primers, and I feel like as the weather is changing right now, like the weather, I feel like has been so freaking weird. So I feel like for a minute, because it is almost the middle of September, as we are, as we're filming this, it is, kind of getting into fall. It's not quite fall. And I know that, fall can be still kind of warm, but for a second, at least here where I live, it was getting like kind of cool. So I was really excited, but now I feel like we're just getting hot again. And so I do apologize if you can hear. I do have my fan and my AC on right now. I'm hoping, because I still have my mic, as I'm playing with the mic and getting that together, I hope that it's getting better. I have been lowering the placement, so that seems to help. Not that any of you care, but hey, if you film content, maybe you will. Okay, so one of the main reasons why I wanted to try something out is, for one, I still do kind of like this foundation that I had used for a while, the CoverGirl one. But it is starting to feel really heavy, and at times I feel like I want coverage, but I don't know if I always need like a ton of coverage. So we're gonna see. And again, the person who recommended this to me said that this is a pretty good coverage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze some onto my hand. It is though like really liquidy. I'm just gonna be using a stipple brush, and we're gonna do our best. I don't know if it blends in that well with my skin, but it's not bad. I did try it out a little bit the other day. I do feel, for me, that it is kind of more of a skin tint. And again, I might have grabbed the wrong one, so if you're watching this, please let me know if you think I grabbed the wrong one. I feel like if I end up liking this, I might go for the lighter shade, but I don't know. Because I feel like sometimes lighter shades can make me look too light. I just feel like this has warmth in it, which isn't bad. But I feel like my skin already has a lot of warmth naturally. And the last thing I want is to be adding extra warmth. Now, on camera, it may look okay. Let me see if I can just for a second unlock and see if that, I don't know if that shows you more. My nose is so red. Let's go over there and you can just see. I mean, it is helping to tone it down. It still just feels, because it is kind of a lighter coverage, and I'm just gonna have to, like I said, just get used to it. So I did just finish applying it to the rest of my face, and it's not horrible. I feel like if this is all I was going to wear, I think it might be okay. I don't know. I mean, to be completely honest, I do like that. I feel like it just gives me kind of this soft radiance. I would have to blend it down to my neck. I'm not right now because I did shave earlier. I actually got an electric razor, which I'm kind of excited about, but it irritated my neck a teeny bit. So I don't feel like it's horrible, but I feel like lately I've been doing a bit more coverage So I would just have to see it. But I do think that for certain areas, I do like it. It does feel kind of glowy, which I think is what it is supposed to be. I did go ahead and pick up an old favorite. This is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I've been using the shade 105. Well, I had been. I just used this the other day because I'd forgot about it. I'm just going to use like kind of a little bit just in the center of my face. I have been using shade 105, but they were out. So I'm hoping shade 110 is good. I think this is like the third lightest shade. It's a more... What is this? More nude porcelain. I mean, still pretty light. I feel like this might have been lightest shade at one point, and then they have deepened or lightened it up a bit more. But I feel like with foundation shades for myself, I always tend to go so pale. And I am pale, but I'm definitely not super pale. Like, I definitely have some more warmth, I feel like, or redness to my skin, that I feel like it can just work better with some foundations. Like pure white foundations or very, very pale foundations just do not work for me, but this does. And I do think that this is giving me a bit more of the coverage. I mean, to be honest, it might look completely the same. I think I'm just really going to have to get used to skin tint. I'm also trying to get used to not powdering. I feel like I go back and forth with powdering. I think my biggest thing is that I just don't want to look shiny, like an unhealthy shine. So I tend to like to set like this area here. But I also notice sometimes I'll have a bit of like creasage. So I don't know. I'll have to like try it. I am hoping that this foundation, I did wear this foundation actually the other day to work. I wore it honestly all day. And though I did look glowy, it didn't look bad though, and I actually felt really good throughout the day with my makeup. So actually I do actually think that is a really good thing. So kudos to that. Okay, I'm feeling, because I'm not going anywhere after this, I'm just chilling at home, and it's my day off. It was actually my sister's birthday. We celebrated yesterday, so I did take the entire weekend off just to kind of chill, but now I have today to play with you. I'm thinking of not doing brows, just FYI. I do want to play with this palette again. I have a short that I did film, but I've not put it up yet because I'm not doing so well with my shorts. I need to be better at them. I'm going to try. I might have already played with this video though. I don't remember. But I'm really going to try and put more of an effort back into my channel. I feel like I've just been going so much through like this phase where I don't know, it's like I just don't want to do anything. I don't know, or it's like, I don't know. I mean, the world is kind of crazy. I'm going to take a black pencil because we're just going to have fun. This is by a brand that we no longer speak of, but I did have it. But I do think that Essence has a good black. But I have been wanting to do some more smoky looks, a little more different than my normal smoky looks. And I also did play the other day with a pencil, and I feel like it really helps like intensify the makeup. Yes, it is going to add a little bit more time to your look, but I feel like the finish of it is just like, it can't be beat. Like, I really feel like adding a black pencil just really helps to intensify black shades. In my opinion, maybe any base at all really helps. How are you all doing? I'm doing okay. I feel like, you know, as is normal, the world is still kind of crazy. Not kind of, is crazy. But I'm trying to not, as much as I can, not feel bogged down by it and just keep going. I'm just going to take a brush and start softening this pencil out. I don't know if I want to do completely like a black lid. I'm really kind of feeling this. Oh, crap. I'm really kind of feeling this red shade. I've been feeling so kind of, you know, like I have been lately, feeling at times out of the realm with playing with makeup. Or, I mean, you know, I guess it's a lie. I think unfortunately I've gotten myself to this place of being a bit I hate to say it, but lazy with like my content, and I really want to get better. You know, I think that I'm happy that my Get Ready With Me videos I feel like are performing better than my other videos were doing. Like when I was talking about new makeup releases, I really think that people just don't seem to care about that, which is good. Good to know. I'm going to take the black shade and just put that underneath. So I'm happy that my current videos are performing better, but I still need to step out and try to learn more and do better. I did have my friend James reach out to me and kind of was like, hey, hashtags and stuff are really helping them out with their channel. So I was doing that for a while. I think really it just, at times, I think social media is such a beast that can feel really overwhelming. So I kind of just stopped, and I'm really going to try to, I think hopefully last week's video had them. I'm going to, after I finish this, finish posting that, but no promises. I'm trying to get better, but I also want to just be fair with myself. All right, I'm leaning towards, I know I've used this before, this purple, but I do feel like that'll look really pretty with the black. So we're just gonna go with that. I'm just using a really fluffy brush, which may not be the best brush, I'm realizing, but that's okay. So let's see, what did we do yesterday? So I forgot if I had talked about it, but my sister wanted to ride bikes for her birthday. So we had purchased some bikes. We tried a little bit. It did not, unfortunately, work out that well. We're going to try again, but her, like, the tire, I think, or something, like, popped out, so that's kind of a bummer. So, and that literally just happened, like, in the parking lot, like, as we were trying to go, so we did not get to do that. It is, oh my gosh, if you have not rode a bike in a long time, it's such like an odd feeling to have to re-get used to. I mean, since the entire time that I've lived here in Illinois, I have not ridden a bike, so that's been probably, and then the part of when I lived in California, like, over 10 years since I rode a bike, so kind of getting back into the swing of it is going to be interesting, but I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. I'm just going to take more of the black pencil. I'm going to take that onto the lid now. I'm thinking we're just going to kind of go simple and go black and purple, and then take some of the shimmer shades. And I do think I'm just going to go browless. Yeah, so back to yesterday. We ended up just going for a walk instead, so that was really fun. We got some photos. We'll try to maybe post some if you're curious. Not the best photo taker, but you know. But it was fun. It started to rain. I had a feeling it was going to, because as we're driving, I'm seeing the sky get all like super dark behind us, and I was like, oh Lord, it's gonna get all like crazy. And it did. Thankfully, we were okay. We kind of headed back. It was around the time that we started heading back. The weather started getting really crazy. So it worked out. And then we got to go like a donut shop. That was really fun. Got some Chili's for a meal. That was also really fun. It was just all in all a really good day. And I did go to bed early, which is always nice. I had some drinks and I was just, I don't know if I think it's because it has been feeling, again, more hot to me. Like the way that this weather has been feeling is really warm these past like couple of days. So I just kind of felt icky, and so was happy that I did get some rest early on. But all in all, that was pretty much it. And it was nice. I would love to know, are you all doing anything like to kind of celebrate or like, let me know in the comments any fun stuff that you have been doing lately or want to do. I'm definitely looking forward to fall coming up, going to a haunted house. My sister, we're talking about going to a protest, so that should be cool. Getting out in the community, participating, so that'll always be nice. I think the world, as we know, is just very odd and crazy right now. I look odd and crazy right now, so look at that. I'm fitting right in with the craziness of everything. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and continue blending real quick, and then we can come back to play with some of these fun shimmers. Okay, so clearly I went a little ahead. I just wanted to see. I want to give you, though, a couple of thoughts now that I played with this palette a couple of times. If you are considering this palette, no pressure. I don't want to feel like I'm pressuring you, because I'm going to be honest, now that I've played with it a couple of times, I'm kind of regretting my purchase. A big part of my reason purchasing this is, if you know me, and I know a bit of it is messed up. I'm not going to say that it is. And I think a lot of us, unfortunately, are a bit messed up at times when we really think about it. But I kind of love the idea of, like, Salem, witches, you know, stuff like that. I know that obviously there is a much deeper and darker history to that. So it's difficult to enjoy the fake version of witches, which is honestly what it is, versus the people who were murdered in actual Salem. So it is difficult, but I don't know. I've just always enjoyed it. I think it's kind of like the spooky kind of vibe of it. So I hope, you know, that it's not offensive. Obviously, this palette is an homage to Salem, and they kind of just took, I think, more of that fun Halloween vibe to it. I think that is what is difficult. That's where I'm taking it as well. But that's basically, that is why I wanted this palette, because it has I think they call it the witch house. Then they kind of have, oh, there you go. It's difficult with the lenticular thing, which is really cool, and it's very pretty. It is a really pretty outer packaging of the palette. That's honestly why I wanted it. I think that's just a bigger reason. And like I did say in past videos, it really was because it's kind of is where I decided it's more a birthday present for myself. But yeah, I do like it. Now, as for the color story, I find it honestly a bit confusing, if I'm honest. I think it can be a lot of different things. The only one that I do feel like I could do at least how I like to do makeup, is the grays, because you do have a black, I would say you have a decently mid-tone gray, and then you have a light gray, and then you have like a shimmer gray. That's at least for a basic way I like to build my looks, and I do feel like people possibly might do that. I don't fully know. People also might just do a simplicity of a matte with a shimmer shade. If that is you, then it does have it. I'm just noticing, for me, it doesn't have everything I love, and that's kind of a bummer. As we're going, we can talk about it kind of more. I did blend the purple out with the gray, because it is a very, like, it's a gorgeous purple. It's a very intense purple, but it needs something to blend it out with, in my opinion. And the fact that they're every other shade, like the reds and the purples, they are also kind of, in my opinion, on that same like level of depth. Yes, there is a limey kind of green, or that bright green. Greens and purples just don't tend to mix. I've done it, like, you can do it, but it is a shade that can kind of go muddy. So that's where it's kind of just a little bit of opinion. If you have been curious, knowing that I have this palette, what I do think of this palette, I mainly bought it because it's the idea of it being Salem, the idea of it being kind of Halloween-y. Do I regret having it? No, like, I'm going to use it, but is it ever going to be a top tier palette for me? Also, no. The pigmentation is great. Formula is great. I just wish that it had that layout that I feel like for myself I tend to prefer, as I've said before, in other palettes, which is a darker shade, a mid shade, and a lighter shade. But, you know, whatever. Obviously, you can always bring in more colors if you want to, but anyways. I am going to go ahead to complete our look. I'm just going to take this shade here, which is called Ropes Mansion. It is a really pretty. I'm very happy that most of their shades in this palette, the shimmers, are really nice and intense, and that's, I feel like, just nice sparkle kind of shade. They're not like a subtle shade, they're not like a satin. I feel like they do have a nice amount of pigmentation. I'm kind of taking that a lot over the lid, especially because we're going no brows. I might as well have fun with it and go a little further. I mean, of course, if you have brows, you can do that. I do think this probably would look better with brows, but hey, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and take the shade above it, which is called Gallows Hill. I think it might be a bit of a duochrome shade. It's just, I think, a pretty lighter purple. So I'm just gonna pack that in the center Do you really need it? Probably not, but I think it adds just a little bit of brightness that I do really like. I don't know. I think it is honestly a pretty look. I would definitely wear this out, and I do think that we conquered the kind of smoky eye that I wanted to do with like a bit of shimmer. So I do honestly really love it. As I'm going though, I'm feeling kind of just, I don't know what more I want to do. You know what? Let's actually transition. I want to do a blush thing that I did see somebody who I follow on TikTok do, and I think I want to go. Let's bust these out. I never play enough with these. These are the Blend Bunny with Ella's Atlantis blush palettes. I never play enough with these. There is the orangier one and the pinkier one. I'm going to take the more pinkier one, so I think it will work the best. So something they do with their blush placement, which I've been doing lately, I still am using my big old fluffy blush brush that I do like. What is my computer doing? And I'm gonna dip in with the center shade, which is called Crescent. Right now, we can always go for another shade. And I'm just gonna take it really pigmented up here, like right underneath the outer like eye part. But you kind of do it the most pigmented here, and then you feather it out. I don't know if that's showing, but I have been loving. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of the deeper shade, which is called Eclipse. So I've been loving this because I feel like with blush, I always struggle with blush, and I want you to be able to see it, but I want it to look good. So I like having this kind of intense, and they didn't talk about it, but I kind of love to, so have it intense. As you can see, it's kind of blending with the eyeshadow, which I love. So this intenseness, it's like I'm just going crazy with it now. And then I'm going to take another brush like this and kind of soften along the line of my like blush and my eyeshadow together. And yes, this is like obviously intense. I'm gonna pick a bit of the blush because I want this to marry in, but I think it's so fun. I feel like I always see videos where people have this really, they might even have it more up here, this really intense like pinky kind of shade, which honestly might be like this. It's like a reddy pink, which I think this might be it. And then it just blends out, and it's so intense, but it's like you can't say it's not pretty, and I love that. Well, I think it's pretty, of course. Does it completely work with the makeup? No, but that's okay. I'm gonna repeat the same on this side, just to have some more fun. I don't know what we're gonna do with the lips. Should I take this shade also like into my hairline, like I like to do, because I have a huge old forehead? On a random, I have been, we are going clown territory, and I kind of love it. On a random with my hair journey, so I have been trying to be so much better about using my like Rogaine product, because your girl is thinning. I hate it so bad. I guess on a honest, I don't know if I've talked with you guys about it that much. I am not currently on hormones, and I do want to hopefully get back on them soon-ish. I'm trying to get my finances a bit better, but I do want to get back on them soonish. So I do hope that will help with my hair growth. But I do feel like my hair, like you guys have seen it, like I could just take it down for you. It is longer. It just, like I feel like my hair's it's hard because it's black, but I feel like my hair's a pretty good length. But it's always the hair, like these parts have gotten longer, my bangs and stuff, but this is it. Like this is it. And that's the part that kind of sucks, is that this is like really thin. Like this is the main like mohawk part of my hair is pretty short and also pretty thin, versus out here, like this is just a little part and it's pretty thick. So I really want to kind of get that under control, and I'm trying to get it under control more, but we'll see. I might just have to wait. I don't know why I feel like I always like to have like some volume on top of my hair. I think this looks better. But yeah, so I'm really hoping that by being a lot better about it will really help just with my confidence and stuff. Like, I don't think anybody wants to lose their hair. It's not ideal. I mean, it's, I try to accept it and just be like, whatever. But if there are things I can do to help then I would also like to do them. Because my goal, I don't know if I'll be able to get here, but like I really want to have like really long hair. Like I would, that'd be so cool to have like, it's like my waist. That'd be crazy. Crazy. Okay, so for lips, I struggle because you all know, if you're not new, I always do like dark lips. But I have been feeling tempted at times to do something lighter. Try to do an almost like barely there color. I don't know. I'm tempted to do something really light and simple. So while we're just having this little bit of playtime, I think I'm gonna take this. This is the Sassy Lip Blur from Profusion. It's from that Peanuts collection. This is the Lucy one. I'm not lining my lips at all. I almost want to try and see if I can do that thing where it's like lighter all around and then a little bit deeper in the center. I just want to see how it looks. Okay, and then so my thought, it's probably not going to work, but we're playing, so we're just going to see, is I'm going to take this purple liquid lipstick and I'm going to do it just a little bit like in the center, and I'm going to try to like quickly blend it out. It probably doesn't help that mine's drying out. Does that do something? I don't think so. Like, I like it because I feel like it's like softer. I mean, it's like that. Kind of just, it's like deepening out towards the edges or lightening towards the edges. I think that's kind of unique. Like, I've definitely seen looks like this. Maybe not with the deeper ones, but I've seen like where it's different ones. Should I, y'all know I never wear a gloss, but should I just go in with like a little bit of, go with a little gloss or something? Should I use this one? I don't know if it'll like pick up. Let's see. So this is from Wet n Wild, the Chameleon Chrome collection. It kills me because the pink was really there, but I do feel like it has that gold flip that I don't necessarily love. Interesting. It's giving like raspberry vibes. That's actually really pretty. I know that this is all like so crazy, but it's also kind of fun. Cute. I think that honestly for this today, we are crazy looking and we're probably near the end. But I think that I wanted something just to really just have fun and just to play, and I'm not feeling, you know, I don't know, I'm just, my energy has been feeling really off lately. But you know what? I'm still here. I'm still present. I'm trying my hardest to rebuild, and we shall see and go forth. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below of this. I would absolutely love to know. Hopefully you do a little playtime with yourself, and that sounded weird, but you know what I mean, playtime with some makeup and stuff, and let me know down below. I really do hope to be posting a bit more on Instagram, do some shorts and stuff through Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. So definitely subscribe if you do want to see that. I hope you're all having a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.